What's up, family? You're tuned in to Real Last Real Radio 104.1. We are your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Don't be shocked. I know you don't hear James John's voice, but James is performing at the Villages right now, probably catching the worm. So I will be hosting tonight. It is Thursday night, our last show of the week, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Join the virtual studio of my comedy brothers, going with my big dog, Mr. Miguel Cologne Jr. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Nothing, man. I got my old fat ass is on blood pressure medication, and they were like, "Hey, man, they were like, take this medication in a couple weeks," and then they're like, "We want to see." They basically, the doctor was like, "I want to see if the medication drops you down to a couple levels because they did my blood pressure and I'm 142/90, not good, man. And he's like, listen, he's like, we'll put you on the blood pressure medicine. He's like, I want to see if it drops you down. He's like, I think it'll drop you down. He's like, if not, we're gonna need to do blood pressure medication and lifestyle change. I said, you could euthanize me, dog, at that point. Like, hey, man, if the blood pressure medication doesn't take me down and you talking about I gotta eat foods without flavor on them, man, what's it worth? I'm gonna be like, hey, a hell of a run we had, huh, Doc? See you on the other side. Hope I come back as a tiger.
Hilarious, bro. Hey, man.
He walked in and they go, let me guess the diagnosis.
Yeah, right.
High blood pressure.
Yeah,
they didn't even check. They didn't even put the thing on his arm. They're going, oh, you got high blood pressure.
Jeff, he walked in. He said,
type 3 diabetes.
Which foot am I taking?
Yeah. Oh man, that other voice you hear who just corrected me. This is Wednesday show because I thought y'all did 2 shows on Sunday night, but apparently this is Wednesday show. So my apologies, people. It is not Thursday show. This is Wednesday show. But my other brother from another mother, Mr. Jeff Batman Kaufman from the Law Office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath podcast. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. I don't like going to the doctor. I don't like going anymore because my original doctor died. See, that's when you know you're getting old, when your doctor died. And you're going,
what did he know?
What did he do wrong?
He died.
Yeah, he was 90, but I mean, come on.
I'm with you, man. The one doctor that you should go to that's just as important, and I can't stand. I hate going to the dentist. I don't like the needles. I don't like the drilling. And my wife is like, I got a broken tooth in the back. She's like, go. And I'm like, I would rather I'd rather be bleeding from my tongue than go to I hate.
You know why? Because everything hurts. Everything hurts.
Bro.
I don't know what it is about these guys, but even taking x-rays hurts. They stick that little plastic thing in your mouth and you're going, how does this hurt?
Like that?
Yeah, this hurts.
What? They put that in my mouth, and I'm like, I've been going to the dentist for 40 years. Y'all haven't stepped up your game. You still put plastic razor blades in my mouth and have me bite down on it.
Yeah, bite down on it.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Everything hurts.
Yeah, I hate going to the dentist, but you got to, bro. Like, because the dentist is probably the most expensive out there.
No, I want the screw-in ones. I want the ones they get old. They're gonna have the popping teeth.
Oh, you want veneers, bro?
No, I want the ones they have the ones that screw into your jaw and you get brand new teeth.
You want the Steve Harveys?
Yeah, I want the Steve Harveys, man.
I want the
I want the hair that comes with it. I want that unit. I want to get Steve Harvey's old unit too.
Yeah. What'd you say, Miguel?
I want the Method Man grill from the 90s, the fangs and gold with diamonds. Because when I'm going to the dentist and they tell me it's $6,000 to do something, I'm like, is it going to be iced out or?
I know, right?
They told me because I got one of my canine teeth last year. I was eating something with nuts, and
hey yo,
no Diddy. But I was eating something with nuts, and I bit down on like a hard nut, and I bit my canine something, and then it caused my canine tooth to move just a little bit, right?
Ooh.
So there's a looseness in it. Now here's the thing, they're like. There's 2 options. They're like, because now I can feel a little movement. And they're like, oh, once you can feel a little movement, that means that tube's going to go one day, Yeah. So they're like, if we do like a bridge. Yeah. And they're like, if we do a bridge thing on it, they're like, any dentist listening, DM me and tell me how you could beat these rates. But they were like, and first of all,
Mexico, that's how you beat it.
Dentists listening to Real Laughs, I'm still worried about.
Colombia.
But, why you working that night? Go to bed. Working that night shift dental in a van. But at this point, I'll take it. But they were telling me, they're probably going to have to take that tooth out, right? And they're talking about the same thing, Jeff, how they have that canine with the screw. They're going to screw it up into my mouth, or they can get me just a little fake one that like bridges over. But Jeff, they're talking thousands of
No,
dollars.
dude, you got it. No, you don't
Thousands.
do
And
it
I
that
got
way
health
anymore, man.
insurance.
No, I'm telling you, it's cheaper to go to. Teeth don't. Those
Costa
teeth
Rica.
plans don't
Costa
cover
Rica's the
nothing.
spot. I already know. Yeah, I
Colombia,
already know the
Costa
spot in
Rica,
Costa Rica.
Turkey.
Yeah.
They
I'll
call
go to
them
Costa
medical
Rica.
vacations.
Yeah.
You know,
I looked up the
I'm going
Costa
to do
Rica
that.
one. It's like 1,400 with flight and everything to get the procedure
Yeah.
I'm doing. Plus, I'm in Costa Rica for like a weekend.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because
they bring you
it was
food. Somebody meets you at the
yeah. They're
airport. Yeah.
talking $3,000, Jeff.
I
For
know,
a
man.
tooth.
I know people who get the veneers.
Yeah.
Veneers are like $20,000-$30,000, but you get them in Medellin, they're like $3,000.
Yeah, and I'm like, good God,
Your hair too.
$3,000.
I know people who get their hair
Yeah,
done there. Everything, man.
it's so much. And I'm like, I have a good dental plan. I don't have, but nothing's
What does your
covered.
dental plan cover? Those dental plans are terrible normally. What do
Yeah,
you get?
I'm good on all this stuff. The cleanings, the X-rays. Basically, I don't pay for any of that.
Yeah, but if
I
they
pay
pull
like
if they pull a tooth, that's going to
pull a
cost you.
tooth instantly, it's off. Yeah, anytime. My dental plan is like preventative maintenance plan. Like, oh yeah, we'll take your X-rays, we'll clean your teeth, we'll do this. The minute something happens, nothing's covered. They don't even take like $30 off.
The dentist is like an
Nothing's
oil change.
covered
You notice
when it
that?
comes to like
When you go to
surgery.
get an oil change, they go, it's $29,
Yeah,
but
they
by
go,
the time you walk out, it's
they tell you what everything's wrong.
$195. They go, oh, you might want to replace
Yeah,
this. Oh, yeah, let's do this. And how about the windshield wiper? That'll be $38. It's always 6 times as much. And I think that's
I'm
what the
trying to get
dentist
that.
is.
That's how
Yeah.
when I went to the oncologist, man, I was like, hey dog, man, is it better to just get a new heart? Like, what do you think?
You're right.
Like, he was looking through. He was like, look, I get a rebuilt one. I got this horse heart.
Hey, get a used one. Yeah, let me get that used one.
I want the
They
Tesla.
told me, man. They told me at the doctors, they were like, sir, you have an enlarged heart. I was like, I care a lot. It's just big.
Yeah.
So Miguel, let's say you got a lifestyle change. What do you exercising? You eating better? Like where you start?
I need to hear about this lifestyle stage.
It would have to be all of it, God. Seriously, no. It would have to be more dedication to more cardio, cardio a couple times a day. It would have to be lower sodium. And man, when they say lower sodium, you're not thinking, oh, I'll just use low sodium soy sauce. No, man, they mean
none
sodium.
None.
You'd have if Miguel. You know what they're saying, and this is hard. And I'm going to give you the bad news. You got to give up everything. I mean, you got to. I mean,
no, Jeff, I'm just gonna die.
The people around you eat chicken. You can't be. You got to give up everything.
No, I already looked at them and said, "Hell of a run, boys! Hell of a run!" Shook their hands. I was like, "Everybody here, great job, kids. I'm just gonna get a chair, a little wobbly chair, and a rope, and let's see how I come back."
Hey, carve it in. Miguel was here.
Yeah, Miguel was here.
Miguel goes, so I got to put my wings in the air fryer now. That's the rule.
Yeah, that's how it was. That's how it basically was. I was like, right. So when I ordered Thai food, maybe just they're like, no. They're like, and the cool thing was he was like, hey, man, I like how he was like, we're just gonna try you on the medication and see if that's it. I'm like, yeah, because obviously it's not my lifestyle of air frying a pork belly at 3:00 in the morning so I could have pork belly sliders for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like while and this is the first part, guys. While he was talking to me, all I was thinking about is, I got a crock pot making chili right now for tonight.
Dude, here's my problem. I still think I eat like I'm in my 20s, so I'll just go out and kill something that is absolutely unhealthy, and then within like an hour, I'm going. Wait, something doesn't feel right. It could have been the 50 wings I got at Wingstop.
And when he's asking me about problems, you don't realize what you're doing because it's your body. You feel it all the time. You don't realize this isn't regular. He was like, tell me about your morning. I was like, wake up in the morning. I got the heart whisper. He's like, what's the heart whisper? I'm like, my heart feels like all day. And then I'm like, wake up in the morning, wiggle my fingers and toes so I can get some sensitivity back into them. He's like, what? I'm like, the usual, man. I got that black toe. Got to walk it off to get some blood going through it. I'm like, I'm just talking to him about that.
It's a slow walk to the bathroom where you don't think you're going to make it.
He was like, listen to. Yeah. He asked this question. He was like, let me ask you a question. He was like, how fast can you walk up 2 flights of stairs? And I was like, I don't really know the time on that, but I know I walk up 2 flights of stairs multiple times a day at work at the Sausage Castle. We have upstairs, downstairs. I'm constantly going up and down the stairs. And so he was like, so you walking up and downstairs how many times? I was like, I'd probably walk up and downstairs 20 times a day. He was like, oh man, that's great. And he was like, and how does that feel for you? And I was like, nah, just walking up some stairs and stuff. Cool. And then I forgot where I went, and I had to walk up 5 flights of stairs. And on the third flight of stairs, I was like, oh, good God. Like, wait a second. Because, all of us here, hey, Jeff, you run a lot, man. Ken, you got shape. I'm fat, but I still can run up a flight of stairs like a regular person. But because I was thinking about the doctor, I was like, hey, let me see how fast I can run up 5 flights of stairs. And second flight of stairs, my body was like, oh, we going to keep doing this? And then third flight of stairs, my body was like, no, we're not.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah,
because I feel like, because for me, I don't exercise. My exercise is when I take breaks at my job, I walk downtown Orlando.
Right.
So I'm
Good
walking downtown
good
Orlando,
cardio,
and so I feel like at the Sausage Castle, you got a lot of walk around that little lake. It's like, you know what I mean. It's not like you can't.
I average, and this is no lie. This isn't like a big important thing or anything like that. And I don't really know what the step counter step means, but no lie. Except for Monday, because Monday I noticed, man. Monday I get into work, or I'm coming working from a weekend. But every day at the castle, I average 18,000 steps. I don't know.
That's good.
That's a lot of steps, man.
But
you must be killing 3,000 calories then.
Right, but I'm probably eating 6,000 calories.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Because 18,000 steps is my average. No, I'm lying. 18,000 steps is not my average. Hold up right here. 14,000 steps. I was about to say, there's no 18.
Do you know how many steps is 8? You know how many miles is 18,000 steps?
Yeah, that's like 5 miles, right?
No, 8.5 miles is 18,000 steps, bro. You're walking 8 miles a day, my dude.
Yeah, man. But
he's like stopping at every restaurant on the 8 mile.
Okay, so we
got
like
Detroit.
The
he stops
every
exercise
down. The exercise is good. Now you just got to eat better. And
it's my life,
but
man.
It's a moderation thing for us. So last week I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a salad. I'm gonna eat this fruit cup, and then I got home and I was like, I'm gonna smoke some ribs.
I've earned myself a slab.
Yeah.
Man.
Here's the hard thing, man. I'm gonna tell you, this is what the heartbreaker is. I ran a half marathon at Disney about 6 years ago, and I went to the Shake Shack, and I looked over and it said, I burned off 2,700 calories doing this half marathon. I looked at the calories of what I was eating, which was the shake, the burger, and the fries. It was 3,200 calories. Yeah. I was going, man, I haven't even earned a meal at the Shake Shack.
Oh my God. Jeff Kaufman, how old are you, bro?
I'm dumb. Yeah.
How old are you literally?
I cracked 50. Over 50.
How you do milk like that, bro?
Oh, milk is the best. Jeff,
you know what? You know why?
Milkshake.
I'm gonna give it to you, and you know it's biblical. I'm the chosen people, man.
Oh my God, bro! This is the thing, man. I love Cherry Garcia, Ben and Jerry's ice cream. It's like I can sit in the bed,
cannolis,
eat a pie. I love it. But dude, if I do a milkshake with some fries and a burger,
you lactose.
I'm calling out of work. I gotta call out of work the next day.
I had a steak. I realize I can't eat. Like I had like a big steak on Friday, and man, I want you to know something. Elon Musk. You know that when that rocket came down and got caught, that's how I felt afterwards. I mean, that bowl caught me for like 4 hours. I was like,
what you got, Miguel?
Bro, let me show you. Watch the downfall of my steps here. So you got Friday, 12,000 steps, right? Hold up. You got Saturday. Hold up, sorry. 17,000 steps, right? You got Sunday. 11,000 steps. But watch that Monday again. Monday, 4,000.
Hey, and with that being said, we got to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. We're back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the Big Chair tonight. Guys, do me a favor. Go out to all the social medias and follow us. We appreciate that. Also, go out to YouTube, subscribe. We're like 209. Help us get to 300. And thank you, guys. Y'all actually have been watching the videos and commenting. We appreciate that. Also, if you are a podcast person and you love podcasts, you can go to iHeart or any podcast platform and just search Real Labs, and all of our shows for 8 years should be in there. If you go in there and you notice that you don't see any recent shows, send me a message like somebody did a couple weeks ago who actually listens to this podcast, listen to us in podcast format, and was like, hey, man, y'all ain't had no shows for 2 months. I was like, I don't run
the podcast.
You do? I don't run the podcast. I think that's a Casey thing.
So Casey? So Casey's listening right now.
Hey Casey, if you're listening, somebody said on Spotify our podcast ain't been updated in 2 months. It's on iHeart. We're good on iHeart, but they said Spotify's been like 2 months. I don't know if Casey
did
does
iHeart let go the guy who takes care of podcasts?
Yeah, right.
Was he part of the Great Purge?
Yo, SEAL Team Zulu got him, man.
Yeah, he's working with Ross. He's working with Ross Padgett.
Yo, join the Virgin Studio, Miguel Colon Jr. and the law officer Kaufman and Mr. Jeff Batman Kaufman. Guys, so before we came into the show, we were talking about going to the movies, and y'all know Jeff is very generous and loves to rent out whole theaters for you fools, man. But this time he's not doing a big rent out. He's doing something different. What you got going on, Jeffrey?
What I do about once a month is, I do a big movie once a month for like 800 people. Well, I take Jakey to the movies every Tuesday night. And every Tuesday night, then I'll go, you know what? Let me buy like 20 tickets. And I just put it out there real quick. Hey, who wants to show up? And normally it's like, 10, 20 strangers, like just show up to go to the movies. And Jacob harasses them, but we're going to Venom, the third Venom. And I'm still looking, it's stupid, but it's a superhero movie. And I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, it's getting killed. The reviewers are killing it and everything else like that. But I don't really care sometimes. I mean, just, do some screwed up things and I'll be happy. But the problem with this movie is it's like when people make a movie, like the guy who did Joker, he didn't like the character. He didn't like anything about it. You want to make a superhero movie. Well, the person who wrote the last 3 Venoms isn't a fan of the books. And she doesn't, supposedly she didn't even read any of them. And every time we read a character, we're like the last one had Woody Harrelson playing this character called Carnage. And Carnage in the comic books is it's in the name. He's just a killer. They make him the sympathetic guy who misses his girlfriend. And I'm like, did you read any of these books? This dude wasn't a loony bin because he killed so many people. He didn't kill him because it was a romantic issue. He killed him because he's nuts. But they wouldn't let Woody Harrelson be nuts. And if there's one actor you allow to let nuts, it's him.
Like that's the thing. When I saw the ads originally and I was like, Woody Harrelson's going to play Carnage, I was like, okay, like that's going to be cool. And they gave him the wig and everything. I was like, okay, cool, man. I was like, I like Woody Harrelson. I think he could put a lot to this character, and they didn't let him. That's like we were talking about with Joker. We're like, okay, Lady Gaga is going to be singing in it. Ooh, that's cool. She's got
that should be some good music.
And then they're like, yeah, and you're like, don't let Lady Gaga sing with her voice and give her good music to sing,
you're in trouble when the characters, you could see them when they're walking the red carpet and everything, the actors, and they look like they don't want to be there. Yeah. And it's not like Marvel when the guys were doing Avengers and stuff like that. They were laughing,
they were dancing, they were having a blast, they were buddies. Dude. Yeah.
Even what's the movie Rock did? Black Adam. Even though a lot of people hated on it, even that cast was happy. When you see them, they were great in record. But Jeff, something struck me. You just said, so these people who wrote and directed whatever didn't like the characters, didn't read the books. Why was this greenlit for them to do it? How you write a Venom script but don't know?
I want to lock this down. Nobody's ever put it in these terms, but I'm going to. Okay. You are mediocre at what you do. Now you want a little step up. So you do a character that a lot of people know. So you already have a built-in fan base. You don't care about this character at all, but you care about people showing up to the movies. So when they say, hey, would you like to do this character that has, let's say, a 100 million fan base and probably 5% are going to show up. So you're guaranteed to do so well to begin with. That's like the Snow White thing. Oh, Snow White offends me. Then why are you remaking it? Yeah. Joker, I don't care about comic books. And why are you doing a movie about this famous Batman villain? And it's because we want to make the money, but we don't want to do the characters. So it's like hedging your bets. It's like
they're like sitting there at a meeting. They're like, the movie's about George Washington. Pitch it to us, director. Perfect. She will be played by Octavia Spencer.
You're like, wait, what?
What? It will be set in the future. There is no America, and it's a musical. And there's a dude sitting in the back who's like, make that movie.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, man. Like I would think that you would want a comic book person That's like
Yeah.
like who's the guy like the dude that plays Happy in all the Iron Man
John
movies?
Favreau.
Yeah, he's the guy who did Iron Man, right? Or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
he's the director, but they didn't have a script either. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but look
he
how
he
great it turned
appreciated
out.
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. To appreciate, like, why would I? You know, what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of something, so let me go write a whole movie. Let me write 2 movies about it. Like that's crazy to me.
I mean, here's like Ryan Reynolds is a good example. Ryan Reynolds loved Deadpool. He wanted
Yeah,
to do Deadpool so bad, and he made sure that he paid the writers extra to be on the set. I mean, it really was important for him to nail this character down. And that's why basically all 3 movies were good. I thought the first one was the best. I think the second is the worst. And I think the third might be one of my favorite Marvel movies ever.
oh,
I mean, I've seen that movie 3 times,
yeah, I love
and
it too.
I miss those. And they're jokes that you didn't get originally. I mean, I walked out of there, I was hyped. There was not a minute of Deadpool Wolverine that I thought, oh, I'm a little tired. There was no snooze time. There was no
That's how
downtime in that whole movie. Yeah.
on a similar note, that's how I felt about the Creed movies. I was like, you like Rocky.
Come on,
I'm watching this movie and I'm like,
come on,
the
man.
people who wrote this, the people who directed this, you like
Yep.
Rocky.
Come on, man.
You like, and I
Dude,
think they did such a good job of transitioning our hero
The feeling.
because they
Yeah.
gave us Rocky and they gave us a Rocky feeling like I'm at the end. But the Rocky that they gave us in that was Rocky still. Sylvester Stallone's
yeah,
portrayal of Rocky in
he's
that
still
movie
Rocky. He's still
is
Rocky.
Rocky aged out,
Yeah.
and
But
loving this kid.
and why I say what that is because the first 3 Rockies were super emotional.
Yes,
And
yes.
and every
Yep.
Creed movie, it's a point where you're like, man, if I'm about to cry, dog.
Ooh, when he's running
But
down
the
the
first
street,
3 Rockies are the same way. The
same
first
thing.
3
Yep.
Rockies, you're gonna cry somewhere in the
when
Rocky.
when when Creed in Creed when Adonis is running down the street and they got the Meek Mill track playing
Yeah.
and all the dudes are on 4-wheelers, that was the emotions to that were the same as when Rocky was running down Philly. And then I heard Sylvester Stallone talk about it, and it was so cool. He was like, I don't really, this ain't my music, but it's their music. And he's like, and I love seeing all these young kids. He's like feeling what I felt when I was running. And that torch pass was great because he's like, Sylvester Stallone was hyped to be in Creed. He
Yeah.
loved the process. He loved the movie. And the thing about it is you can tell, when you see Michael B. Jordan talk about it, he was hyped to work with Sylvester Stallone. He cared about the character. He cared about the lineage. And Creed is a beautiful story too. Like you said, like, I thought about it. I'm like, how are they going to make me care about Adonis Creed, this rich kid in my mind before I saw the story who had the world to him? And then you get this idea of, no, he's the bastard son. He has that shame that people have put on him. He has a chip on his shoulder. And instead of this story of a guy who could kind of box getting a shot, you got an amazing boxer who doesn't respect his talents, his own this. And then you put in Sylvester Stallone. I wondered when I watched it, how are they going to put? So is he going to be a cameo? No, he is the Mickey to this kid, but he's not
Yes.
Mickey. He's
Yeah.
Stallone.
Yeah.
He's Stallone. He's Rocky.
Yeah.
When you
man.
care about a project, it comes through. The second Suicide Squad movie, that one, they cared about the characters. They cared about making a fun movie for us, and that's important. So if you don't care about the characters, it's cool to just not do that movie. It's also cool to not be a huge fan when you start out and become a fan for the role. I've heard a lot of directors be like, "Hey, I didn't know about this project. They gave me all these books to read, and I fell in love with this story, and this is what I did." I just need you to be a fan of it. If you're making a
Yeah.
project,
You
Yeah.
I
making a
need you to
Yeah,
be a
project.
that's
fan of it.
it's hard when they're not. And I'm
Yeah.
not talking making a geek fest movie because I've seen certain movies where you're going, okay, I know he was really into it,
Right.
and he
Too much
forgot that
homage, too much, yeah.
he forgot that it has to have a more global appeal.
Yeah.
And that's tough too because guys don't know the difference and they get caught in their ways and everything else like that, which is a little silly. But if you just don't like this stuff, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. And
Yeah.
and I think the people who run that have to go, you don't have a love for this project.
Yeah.
And Hardy's a beast. Hardy's one of the best actors out there right now.
Yeah.
And you're thinking to yourself, wow, I know you wanted the money.
Yeah.
And that's tough for me to see him like that because,
Yeah.
it's if it was just him, it'd be great. But you get a feeling, he ain't involved in the writing. He's not involved in any of this stuff. And he's just doing his part.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed up.
Look
You
at
see, he's showing
look
up
at
to
the
these events
contrast
now.
between
It looks like he dressed was worse than I do.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at the actors from the Venom movie versus look at the actors from the Spider-Man movies. Like the Spider-Man actors, I know there's a difference in
yeah.
age and everything too, so they're more excited about.
Oh, they're
But
excited, man.
they're excited. They like the characters they're playing, and they do things. They tweak things to make them more modern, and it works. It works because the person says they say, "Okay, man, I got this idea. Maybe I'm gonna." Like into the Spider Verse, they're like, and not to spoil anything, but like Doc Ock, we're gonna make a female Doc Ock. We're gonna Catherine Hahn play it. She's gonna kill the role because she loves it, and we're gonna change. So when they change things just because they're like, oh, I got a better, because sometimes they change things like I got a better idea, I got a better actor to play this. Not I
Or
want to just change something, yeah.
yeah.
And they throw in something, and you have fun with it, and you feel it. You're like, okay, this character is portrayed by this actor, and I'm loving it. Like they love it, they're having fun with it. That's important.
I can always tell if a movie's going to do well or not because I mentioned the way Hardy was dressed. Because if I made a movie and I love that movie, man, I'll tell you what, I'd be going out buying special clothes for the
Yeah.
premiere.
Yeah.
I,
You want
I
to be fine. You want to be looking right at the premiere, bro.
yeah, but when you show up, he showed up and I looked at him and I could tell he ain't liking this. And that's hard for me because, but the good thing is I'm going in not expecting anything, which is
Well,
good.
we got 2 minutes, Jeff. So I'm gonna go down according to Rotten Tomatoes the 20 worst superhero movies of all time, and I got 90 seconds. Y'all ready?
Does that include Joker too, though?
Ready.
I'll let you know. Here we
Okay.
go.
All right.
Number
Ready.
1, Max Steel, 0%. Number
that was
2,
bad.
Zoom, 4%. Number 3.
Oh, I like that. That was Disney.
Yeah,
Right.
number 3. I don't know why it's superhero, but we'll go with it. Son of the Mask, 6%.
Yeah, that's from a book. That was from
Okay.
Dark.
Number 4, Catwoman, Halle Berry, 8%. Number 5, 1984, Supergirl, 8%. Number 6, Steel with Shaquille O'Neal, which
I like that. That was
did
campy.
too. I liked it too,
That
bro.
was campy.
2015, Fantastic Four, 9%.
Yeah, that was bad.
1993, number 8, RoboCop 3. All right.
Yeah, that was
number
70s,
9,
80s.
Number 9, Superman 4, Quest for Peace, 1987.
That was with Richard
10%.
Pryor?
That's the one
No.
with no,
Is
Richard
it?
was 3. No, Richard
3,
was
yeah.
3.
Richard 4 is when they
Ooh,
make
the
new
Richard Pryor
Superman.
one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, number 10, Electra, 11%.
Yeah.
Number 11, Batman and Robin, 12%. Number 12, Jonah Hex, 12%. Number 13, Madam Web, 11%. Number 14, Howard the Duck, 13%. Number 15, The Spirit, 14%. Number 16, Underdog, 14%. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. No, it's a live action Underdog.
Yeah, that was terrible though.
Number 17,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, number 17, The Crow. I'm a speak
The original Crow.
The original Crow. No, 1996, City of Angels.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna speed through them because I got 30 seconds. Number 18, Morbius. Number 19, Turbo Power Rangers. Number 20, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Number 21, Spawn. I didn't think that. Number 22, Ghost Rider. Number 23, Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number 3. Number 24, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number 25, Dark Phoenix. And let me see if
wait, how's the Joker not? Wow,
I'm checking now, man. Before we go to commercial,
the Joker is actually my worst movie.
Okay, so 35 is Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice, and I love that movie. But anyway, The Punisher is 36, and I actually like The Punisher.
The first one was great. That was Travolta.
It was good. Yeah. It's 29%.
You know the comedian was in that? John Panette.
Yeah. So that's it, man.
Yeah.
It won't tell me what's left, Jeff, but I got to take our ass to commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. We are back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Good night. I'm telling you, y'all gotta listen to the middle part.
Right. It ain't right.
104.1 and Nightcap of Comedy. Hey,
we typed Mike Miguel over there, man. That ain't right.
Hey, all dog, right. Real talk. I posted a video, and Miguel, I'd hit you. Man, and I forgot to edit it, and it was some stuff in the middle, and it was bad. And somebody commented like, "I can't believe you left that on there." I had to go delete it and cut it out.
Too late, man. It's already up.
I had to go delete it, man. But Virtual Studio, Miguel Colon Jr., Jeff Batman Kaufman. We haven't had a chance to talk about it, man. We are comedians. Actually, Miguel has been out to Austin to perform in Austin, Texas. Me and Jeff haven't been out there to perform yet, but Hinchcliffe. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Tony.
Tony
Hinchcliffe.
Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Hinchcliffe. He was at the not Republican National Convention, but a Trump rally, and said some stuff
Madison Square Garden
at Madison at the Mecca, the basketball Mecca, and said some stuff that was out of pocket about Puerto Rico, about black people. It was just out of pocket, man. And we hadn't had a chance to talk about it. And I know a lot of my Puerto Rican family and comedians, they're upset about it. Black folk, we're upset about it. But I got to get the take from comedians, man. And Miguel, I know you go to Austin a lot, and a lot of our comedy brothers, they've made it because of Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like so what do you feel, Miguel? What do you take of it, bro?
I'll go completely on record, man. I know Tony pretty well from Cam Patterson and David Jolly and David Lucas. I've spent a lot of time when I hung out with him when he comes to Orlando. Tony's been great to me. He's been a nice guy. I like Tony Hinchcliffe, and I actually wouldn't have had. I'll be honest. If Tony says this at a comedy show, I think it's perfectly fine because you can be the bad guy. You could be a heel at the comedy show. You know, that's the audience came there. And if an audience doesn't like it, they could leave, they could complain, they could not support you. All that's cool. I think this was a crazy person to book at your political rally. You know Tony Hinchcliffe. You know what he does. It's like booking Andrew Dice Clay or Anthony Jeselnik, you know what this person is going to do. Tony likes to pee people off. He likes to be the heel. He loves that. He loves that. And to book him at your convention and then expect it to go like positive and well and not be dark, that's the foolish mistake. That's the foolish mistake, because something like this not supposed to be at a political rally. You know, at a political rally.
What do you think of that? What do you think of the jokes?
You know, I didn't really find everything too funny, man. I thought it was okay. I've watched Tony murder before. I've watched him murder. I watched him murder here in Orlando. He invited us, his producer Yoni invited me, Busey, and them to come hang out with us over here. He makes a lot of jokes that are super racist and edgy to people, but the idea is it's a shtick. You're supposed to know that. But at a political rally, that's not. I mean, honest to God, that's not the place, man. People aren't going to do that. He made a joke at the end of his whole show here in Orlando. Not to blow his material, but at a show here, he says people are constantly thinking that the Jewish community runs the media. The Jews run the media. He's like, guys, I make jokes about Jews all the time. He's like, if the Jews ran the media, they wouldn't even let me finish perform. And before he ends it, the lights cut out and the music goes. Right? It's funny. It's funny. He makes jokes about Latinos, blacks, everything. And it's funny because you're at his show and you care and you know what you're going to get.
I mean, I just got a text a second ago. I got a text a second ago. Puerto Ricans, like, it's Camilla's group. Puerto Ricans like us are voting in record numbers in Florida because if we don't vote, we let politicians like Trump decide our future. And it seems weird. It seems weird that a comedian is
man,
seeing things.
Jeff, before it's Kamala, bruh.
Get it together, Jeff.
Yeah, you know something. You know, I don't get offended when people call me Kaufman. I'm okay with it.
Why y'all keep messing this lady name up?
Why do I have to? Why do I even on purpose? I don't.
Yes. Yeah, you are. It's Kamala. Everybody know it's Kamala, bro.
I screw up my own kid's name. Stop it.
Yeah, Jeff ain't messing no name up on purpose.
Yeah, I know Jeff, he did that on purpose. All these white people been messed up. Somebody at the comedy show the other night said, what's the wrestler from the 80s? Kamala. I was like, N-word, it's Kamala.
You know what? You know why something? I think you're overly sensitive over this.
I am.
Yeah, you think I care? You think I'm scared? If you messed up Bernie Madoff's name, I'd be okay with it.
Wait. What is his name? Is that Bernie Madoff?
Yeah.
I've been saying it wrong. What is it?
No, what I'm saying is, you know how many people mispronounce my name on a daily basis? Kaufman.
You ain't the goddamn vice president, Jeff.
Yeah, but nobody knows who the vice president is.
We know she's running for president.
I'm gonna Ken, I'm giving him the slide on messing up names, man. I'm giving him the slide on messing up names.
I'm not giving him the slide.
I'm giving it.
Look at that's where you want to draw the line. Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the point. Remember, how many times have you said after a set when somebody came up to you and you said, they said, I didn't like that one joke you said. And you say it the same way. You go, oh, you were okay with all the other jokes. But when it hit you, you didn't like it.
That ain't even the same thing, bro.
It is.
It is
It
not
is the same thing. When your sensitivities only apply
whatever, Jeff
to
Kaufman.
yourself. I'm okay with it though. I had a judge call me the wrong name for 3 days, and I was okay because he was ruling in my favor.
Hey, when the last time you seen that judge?
Which one?
The one
I
that
saw
put
that
your
dude
name.
for years, man.
No, he did.
I haven't seen him
killed for
recently.
you. I already killed him for you, Jeff, because
Blow
I
dart.
said your name wrong.
But I mean, the whole thing. Think of how
Miguel.
sensitive we are, man.
Blow dart. I would say this though too to get back on this main part of it though. Sensitivity aside, I don't think, honestly, God, I don't think a political rally is the place
I'm with you.
to make, because I don't think it would be right. And I know maybe some people wouldn't agree with this, but I don't think it would be right if I was watching the DNC and I know people say this and people come to comments, oh, but they do, and it's not right. It's not right to roast. Like, honestly, imagine this. Imagine if somebody came up on the DNC and was like, we've got a garbage place in the South. It's Texas.
Yeah,
that's it.
No,
that's it. People would be
Crystal
flipping
River.
out. Yeah, Chris River is garbage. Yeah. So man, I like Tony Hinchcliffe a lot. He's done a lot for my friends, man. He's been kind to me.
I'm with you, Miguel.
And I don't hate him, but it was not the place for this.
Why would he do that show? That's a weird thing.
Well,
that's a weird show, unless he intended to do that.
Yeah, no, man, he's down with Trump.
No,
he's down with Trump. He likes him. He supports him. He's down with RFK, man. He likes it. And I just think, but honest to God, man, I just think though that's not the place.
It's not.
That's not the place for that kind of humor.
Miguel, my thing with it was when the Puerto Rican thing and the black watermelon thing, it had nothing to do with politics. Like if he got up there and
who makes a watermelon joke in this time?
Yeah. If he got up there and he roasted Biden and he roasted Kamala and he roasted the dude running for VP, I get it. But you just randomly, like, Puerto Rico and black dudes took a stray. Like, we just took a stray for like what did we do? I didn't do anything.
I mean, I'm not a conspiracy dude, but think about it. I mean, this dude's a smart guy. I mean, yeah, I know he goes, okay, this is going to be funny, but you and I have played locations that were weird. Like I played this movie theater the other day, and your environment when you're in there. I don't care. You go, okay, I can't act like it's the improv or the funny bone.
No, I agree. I 100%.
So he's there and he says to himself, he goes, okay, this would be a great time for me to break out the watermelon joke. I mean, it just seems like there's something behind it.
Which is crazy, man, because everybody's been posting about it today, Miguel. And I was gonna make a post, and I was like, I'm doing funny. I don't do politics.
Yeah,
but that stereotype for 100-something years of black people love watermelon. I thought we just liked it because I'm from the South, and people from the South, black or white, we eat the hell out of watermelon. It's a country fruit for us. I just thought because I was country. I didn't think it was a race thing until I got older and found out the fried chicken thing. Like, who don't like fried chicken, bro?
And I would say this, man. One of the things that's weird about like the stereotype of the food that people say that black people eat, watermelon and fried chicken, it's actually a I know that it's used to be hurtful and stuff, but it's actually a stereotype of what Southern people eat.
Yeah,
but still they're putting it on.
That's what I'm thinking, Miguel. I thought, because I was from the country, I'm from the South. I just thought people in the South, we were like, when I went out to the West Coast in the military, I love sweet tea. They don't do sweet tea in Arizona.
No.
They, you know what I'm saying? So I just thought it was a region thing. I never thought of it as a race thing until I got away from where I was from, and everybody like, yeah, you like watermelon chicken. Like, don't everybody?
Ken, it's funny too, man.
Could you imagine this election? Could you imagine this election go down because of that one moment? Could you imagine a comedian's bit killed?
Well, Jeff, Miguel, Jeff, who was the guy that he was winning in the polls? Howard Dean.
Dean, yeah.
Remember he did.
He got in the tank.
Yeah, remember he did the yell and like, and they were
booyah.
Yeah, but you remember what's his name got in that tank? The guy from Utah. He got in a tank and he put the hat on and he was a commander and everything. And they go, no, you can't do that.
Ken, I'll tell you this too, talking about like with regional foods and stereotypes and stuff. There's another one that I think there's always this stereotype about white people don't season their food and stuff like that. But that's like, it's all dependent on region, because we know Southern white people, they cook the same the same stuff that like Southern black folk cook.
The same thing. You
Yeah.
go to a Southern White House, you're gonna get fried chicken, tater salad, devil eggs, collard greens, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, fresh. They done pick fresh corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Everything we in the South, we eat the same stuff. So when you hear chicken and watermelon, you're like, hey man,
Yeah.
hey, the best chicken I ever had was a white lady.
Paula
Dean.
Dean.
And
Paula Dean chicken.
Hey, Paula Dean is KKK white, bro. Like, what we talking about here? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like,
I will say this though, too, man. Anybody who's like really mad and like, yo, I don't want to mess with Tony Hinchcliffe anymore, blah, blah, blah. You're right if you want to feel that way. You are right. I feel bad because I'm like, damn, man, Tony's done a lot for my friends. I know Tony. He's been really nice to me. I'm not like a friend to Tony. I just know him through Cam and Jolly. I've met him several times, like dozens of times, spent time with him. The guy's been nice. And I like Tony, and I like when he's mean to everybody. But I do think, bro, that wasn't the place for it, because there are some, and I'm gonna say this, I'll go on record, man, and I don't care if I lose people from this. I know Tony ain't a dark-hearted person, but when you say something like that at a place like that, you inspire the dark-hearted people. Yeah. If I went up there and made some mean jokes about white people that were super insulting and hurtful, there's going to be Black, Spanish people in the audience who nodded like, yeah, I hate them. And that's not what I ever really want to do. I don't want to inspire hateful thoughts about people. And at that thing, I think it was the wrong move. I definitely understand why people aren't going to mess with him. I understand people pulling from him. It may hurt his advertising. It may hurt a lot. I do go on record and say I like Tony, man. He's been a great guy to my friends and always been nice to me.
Hey, man,
but
Miguel, I'm gonna be the one that I don't think it's going to affect him in any way, because the people who was at that rally love him. People who watch Puerto Ricans and Black people, we really don't watch Kill Tony. It's so many people right now posting like, who is this Tony guy? I've never heard of him before.
Yeah.
I like you said, the sponsorship stuff, yes, I can see him losing a lot of that. But fan base, when you're a fan and something happens to the person that you're a fan of, you're gonna go like the kid that said the N-word and then sold 100 million albums after that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, that dude. I feel like excuse me, Morgan Wallen, because I'm saying his name wrong. I feel like if
it's going to change me.
I love you, Jeff. I feel like he won't lose the fan base.
Years ago,
he might lose sponsors, but the fan base, he's not losing the fan base.
Yeah.
I'm interviewing
and
the
woman.
woman.
Sponsors will come back because they always do that. Yeah.
They always
I'm interviewing Gilbert Gottfried's wife tomorrow. And they're releasing a 2-hour Gilbert Gottfried special. And, that's going to be, I don't know if I want to talk about those questions. About the one, he goes on stage one time he does a joke about something and it kills his career.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. He lost the Affleck job. He lost everything. Everyone goes, oh, you're so mean. He goes, what, too soon? I mean, it was a too soon joke, basically. And he lost everything. I mean, he didn't drop the N-bomb, but he made a bad joke. But that's
I like it. And I'm
that's
cool
what we do.
with the market. I'm cool with the market telling you what worked and what didn't. You do something and the people say they don't want to support it. Good, man. I mean, I would hate to be like, no, he was right for what he said. No, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He said it at the wrong place, man. And because it wasn't funny, it wasn't a jokey room. Some people will be like, oh, there's never a place to say that. I can't say that because on stage I've said some stuff. We've all said some stuff on stage.
Come on.
But that's a different
all
stage.
For the
Comedy
money?
Club. All for the money? Yeah, we've said some stuff. Comedy Club audience, not dressing the country in a serious way. So.
Yeah, man. But we got to get up out of here. And Gilbert Gottfried couldn't say it, but I'll say the N-word. What you nitwits up to this weekend? What you got, Jeff?
I got Beer Fest. I'm sponsoring Beer Fest this week, so it's a lot of people, a lot of great companies coming out to test their beers and everything. That's going to be fun. That's on Saturday, and then on Sunday, my dumb ass is running the Disney Half Marathon, and we'll see if I survive.
Miguel, what you got going on this weekend, my brother?
Man, I'm taking this weekend off. I'll be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, November 7th. I got a stacked up November. So next show, I'll let you guys know everything. But I know
Yeah.
November 7th, I'll be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Pittsburgh Improv.
I'm the same, man. My November, December is really good. I call it the Christmas money tour. So it's my Christmas money. But this weekend,
well, that's
Saturday
the finale.
Night,
that's the final tour, right?
That's the final tour, bro. Then I quit. I'm done with comedy, man.
That sounds like the Eagles tour. The end of the road,
with it, bro. This Saturday, 10:30 late show, Tampa, Florida, Side Splitters Comedy Club. If you're in the area, man, swing through. One of my favorite clubs on the planet, owned by one of my good friends, Mr. BT. So make sure you guys check it out. But we gotta go, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this week. Shout out to James John and the Villagers getting the worm. That is Jeff Batman Kaufman from the law office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath podcast, and Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. Miguel, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
Good night.